Good evening, everybody. I am just delighted. This is the day we've been waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'm going to add in tonight Mr. Garron Nonne. He is absolutely delicious. He is an incredible singer and a fantastic comedian, and I am going to add him in this minute. Uh, Amazing. Absolutely bloody delighted to add this lad in. Mayo's finest, who has won over the heart of Katie Hopkins, as if that is a man now. And we should have him any minute. Hey, Jamie. Hello, Lindsay. Garron will be with us now any minute. Garron joined. Garron, I'm just trying to add you in, love. Cancel and re-invite you there. If that doesn't work, you might have to send a request. There
Hello.
you are.
Oh, how are you fixed? How are you getting on?
How are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to turn off the commenting because I want to see your face. Turn off
No, the
commenting.
lovely.
Very good.
The poor lovely commenters. Hello.
How are you? How are
How
you
you getting
doing?
on?
Will I leave the comments on? Do you want to
Let
see the comments?
them talk away there, Jesus. They don't need to
Right,
be.
we will.
They're
So
probably
turn
sick of
on
looking at me.
commenting.
I'm fucking sick of looking at myself. How are you
Well, do you
getting
know
on,
what? I've
Are
been
you well?
fucking dying to meet you. I've been dying to meet you. And do you know what? I was only saying there the other day, I was saying to Chris, I said, he seems to be coming to Dublin a lot. I'd love to get him in. But I said, I know when you're coming to Dublin, you're absolutely crazy busy.
Yeah.
So it's probably
It'll
not
be busy
even.
enough now. Sure, look. Sure, look. We might get it live sometime.
Yes, we will. I'll come to fucking
Absolutely.
Mayo. I will come to Mayo. Garron, you're well known for your hilarious videos, but what I didn't realize, you only joined TikTok in late last year. Is that right?
Yeah, I started. I think I started posting videos around this time last year. It was something like that.
And you're at like nearly 500,000,
Yeah, I know.
half a
It's
fucking
mad, isn't
million.
it?
And as I said, you won the heart of Katie Hopkins. Like, how the fuck does that happen? I wouldn't say she even likes her own kids.
Look, Katie Hopkins knows a good-looking chunk of a man when she sees him.
She does. She does. I think it must be the majestic beard.
It's got
That's
to be
what it is.
something that's doing it for her. I don't know. She didn't tell me
It's
specifically. I sent her
has
an
she
email there
has
saying, look,
she
if she
reached
wants to
out
meet
to you
up.
privately?
Yeah, I sent her an email saying if she wants to meet up, I'll give it a blast. Like, I'm up for
Did
whatever. See what happens.
you? Oh my God, you're bloody brilliant. But Garron, you are an amazing singer. And
Thank you so
I
much.
I actually started following you from the funny videos and didn't realize that you were such an amazing singer. Which, by the way, I'm very good friends with Kira Dignam. You know Kira.
Yeah.
So she said, just like throw it out there. There could be a duet there, maybe.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, I'll get her to send a text
It'll
though
be an
because
honor.
Kira and her
Absolutely.
husband are massive fans, and I've actually got another. Kira's best friend Lindsay is actually watching us right now, and
Hello,
Lindsay is
Lindsay.
absolutely obsessed. But you are just bloody hilarious. What, like, I know you're a singer, and so what brought you to doing the videos? Have you always been into comedy, or what?
Not really, no. I was posting like guitar videos on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then I got what started off me doing the videos was I bought these Cocoa Pops, strawberry flavored Cocoa Pops. They were limited edition.
They were.
Exactly. Yeah. They were horrific. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna put up a review of these now, just as a public service to the people. And
Yes.
then people kept asking me to review cereal on my Instagram. So I just started buying cereals and reviewing them. Like the videos weren't getting many views. I probably did like 4 or 5 of those videos. They weren't getting many views, and people were like, "Oh, you should post these videos on TikTok. I think people would watch them." And I'd
Yeah.
never used TikTok before, so started putting up. I started putting up those videos on TikTok, and then they started getting like what I thought at the time was like a load of views. Like I think I got 5,000 views on one, and I was like, "I'm famous!
Yeah.
I'm famous now! Look at me go!" Um,
Love it.
and then I just kind of kept at it. I sort of realized that if you keep posting videos, people might watch them. So I just kept posting them, and that's
Well,
it.
they absolutely are, because you're known all over the world. Like,
It's been a
that must have
mad
been
year
just,
for sure. Yeah, it's been fairly mad. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And you're only a baby. You're only 29 years old. Is that right?
Asher, I am. I am but a youth.
Yeah, you're only a baby. Oh my God, I haven't been 29 for like 50 years.
Jesus, so you don't look a day over 22.
No, I
I
don't. You're right.
think
You're
I'm a
dead
young
right there.
looking 29 as well. I don't think it's
Yeah.
spotty at 29. I think I have the makings of a 23-year-old with with a
Oh,
lot of stress.
yeah. So come here. You were at the Late Late Show last week. What the hell? Like, who the fuck gets to interview the host of the Late Late Show?
Yeah, it was a good crack. I was just doing a few social media bits for them. There was a bit of a firestorm because a lot of people thought I was on the actual show,
I
and I
thought
wasn't.
you were after getting the gig.
Yeah, no, 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 no. I was just doing a few videos for them, and actually, he made a video today, eating my spice bag suggestion. So I made a video a few weeks ago talking about how if you put a spice bag out on a plate, put a bit of curry sauce on it, and mash up some croutons on or
I
croutons.
saw.
You know what I'm talking about.
Your
Prawn
prawn
crackers. And he
crackers.
actually tried it today, so you can go and see his opinion on it if you want to
Oh
see him
my
try his
God.
first spice bag.
And come here, is he lovely?
Yeah, everybody was so nice. I was with the social media team most of the day, and I met all the country people, and I met the man himself, and everybody was so nice and treated me with so much respect and gave me so much of their time.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Well, you're a sound man, in fairness. Like,
I can
is
be
it
I can
hard?
be a bit cranky now. I was getting hungry towards the end
I
of the
was
day,
just going
so
to say that, like, because we can't always be in great form. We can't be perfect all the time, let's face it. Like, but do you struggle sometimes to kind of get in the mood to create contact? Sorry, this is my
how you
son. He
getting on,
wants to
buddy?
say hello. Say hey, yeah.
How you keeping?
Now go back inside before I kill you. Get out. Come on. Goodbye. Death threats and all in here. He's very excited. He's a fan.
Thank you very much. What's his name?
Jamie.
Jamie, legend.
He is. He's a little pet. He's great. He's mad about you. He's got that. He's a fan of two of you. So yourself and King Gaffo. Do you know King Gaffo?
I do. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. In fact.
Yes. I am actually going to, because I know you had you did a reel there about hot sauce, the Savage Bastard hot sauce.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to post you down a bottle of King Gaffo hot sauce.
Jesus, my bowels won't know what hit them.
No, they won't. They really won't.
The digestive tract.
Do you know what? He has one coming out for Christmas, right? And he's calling it Stingray. So we may send it down that one, because I think that's going to be nasty. That sounds
absolutely
horrific.
Pollute myself with petty flus after that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you're from Mayo?
I am indeed. Ballina.
Yeah, Ballina. And how is that? So you've obviously been in Mayo all your life.
I moved to Galway there briefly. I took a bad turn where I thought I was going to live in Galway for a while, but I came back. I'm a reformed Galway mover.
You found yourself.
Yeah, I did indeed. Yeah, and I decided to come home.
Good man. With regards to singing, what is your aim here? What is your aim with the singing? Because you're absolutely brilliant. So I presume it's not something that you're going to put on the back burner.
Well, like before doing this, I was just doing pub gigs. And there was no real intention with the TikTok and Instagram success of the videos has been a massive surprise to me.
It seems like it was a pure accident to you.
Yeah. It's been it's not something I was planning on. So I'm still getting very much used to the fact that that's part of what I do now. So I was always doing music before. I suppose now I'm doing a few extra bits. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I'm going at, because a lot of things have changed.
You've a really powerful voice and a really distinctive voice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no, you really do. It's incredible, and there's loads of singers out there, but I think I was more shocked because I had only kind of known about the funny videos, and then when I heard you singing Raglan Road, I was like, what the actual fuck? Like,
thanks
that
so much.
man
I really
can
appreciate
sing.
it. Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. It's brilliant. So you're a man of many talents. Um, but yeah, so you'd be looking to kick that off now a little bit more, I presume.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I was always playing gigs, so I don't really have like some sort of a master marketing scheme or anything like that. I'm just kind of making videos and doing bits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You enjoy making the videos, though, don't
I
you?
do when they're funny. Sometimes I make them and I go, that was shite.
No, I don't.
Other
I
than that,
haven't
I like
seen
making them.
any shite ones. The shrinkflation the bars, like you're
That's what we talked
calling
about.
out these businesses proper, like, and I love it because they are sitting up and taking notice now. They mightn't change. They mightn't give us back the 10% of the Galaxy bar, but you've called them out on it.
Listen, I'll tell you what, I can assure you one thing. All the companies have seen the videos.
Yes, they
So
have.
they have seen the videos. I have been in contact with some of them. So I'd say if I just keep giving out, that we might get bigger bars. Who knows? I'm not
Or
promising
maybe
that.
they might just put bigger bars and mayo for you and
But
hope that
yeah,
the
well, I'm
rest of
all
the
right with
country
that
says
too. You
nothing.
know, every man for himself when it comes to bars.
Absolutely. And come here, what about your family? What do they make of this, all of this going on? Because I'd say you're at a stage now that you can't go to the local shop without people running after you.
Uh, yeah, no, it's weird enough. Do you know, like we're not particularly excitable people, I wouldn't say in general. So, um, it's random. Like, do you know,
It
I
is.
just was making a few videos about bars and stuff, and now yeah, it is kind of like that, especially in Mayo. You know, if I leave the house, everybody knows who I am. Everybody kind of comes up
Yeah,
to me and stuff, which everybody's lovely. But it's definitely an adjustment. You know, it's a big life change to happen in a very short space of time. So, um,
absolutely.
but sure, look, I'm sure in the next couple of months I'll start pumping out shite videos, and it'll be back to normal again then.
I don't think you could. I'd say literally if you opened a newspaper and read it out, it'd be still fucking hilarious.
I can assure you, there are videos where I have tried quite hard to be funny, and they have fucking nosedived. So that's definitely not
Yeah.
true.
Do you
I
ever
have
get,
made
do
videos and
you
been like,
get,
"That's the funniest video anybody has ever made," and the minute I watch it back when other people have seen it, I'm like, "Oh man, I am an embarrassment to my entire family."
you're absolutely fucking hilarious. But come here, the coddle. I fucking love that. And oh, the Americans calling you out on the back bacon. That was brilliant. Did you actually get like loads of messages from Americans giving out to you?
Yeah, you can go and read the comments, especially. So a lot of people on Instagram don't realize that I also post the videos on TikTok.
Yeah,
So the comment section on TikTok is much more rabid than the comment section on Instagram.
they're
So a lot of people be like,
horrible
"I look through
bastards. Aren't they, some of
those."
them.
Sorry?
So some of them on TikTok are horrible
Yeah,
bastards in the comments.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, you
So
wouldn't, you'd have to be thick-skinned, like,
oh, you do for TikTok, that's for sure, yeah.
yeah,
But a lot of people will read through the comments on Instagram. They go, "Oh, the comments weren't that bad. There was a few bad comments." I'm like, "Go over and check out the TikTok comments, my friend.
yeah,
I am being
yeah.
torn to shreds." But it's a bit of crack. I mean, look, if somebody can't take a joke, there's no point in them being on my page because I'm going to upset them at some stage. So might
Absolutely.
as well upset them now and get it over with.
Exactly. And then you filter out all the snowflakes and they just unfollow you and that's fine. Because really you don't want fucking snowflakes watching your shit anyway.
Well, the thing is, that I find surprising is that I get really much pushback at all because my videos are quite tame. Like I don't really go after other people. And most of my humor is about myself, but I
Yeah,
still get a huge amount of pushback on quite a few of the videos that I think are fairly harmless. So that just goes to show you can do fucking basically nothing.
absolutely. Yeah, you're fucking dead right, man. It's mad. And it's amazing how people actually think that it's their God-given right to pull you up on stupid shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um
Well,
and they can
especially,
be
I mean, I make an active effort to never single anybody else out or single really groups of people out. Even that video wasn't really about Irish Americans. It was about like people who go way over the top. And I said 10 things in that video to make that obvious, but
yeah.
some people just can't, the things can't be made obvious to them. And sure, that's not my fault.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're fucking right, man. How do you deal with the negative comments? Do they ever get you down? Is there ever a day where you're just like, "Do you know what, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. Like, that's just too much."
Not really, no. I would say I'm fairly lucky with comments. The grand majority of them are very positive. Occasionally, with a video like that, I'll get some level of pushback. But overall, they're very positive. And when people are negative, I don't really care because unless I feel like I've done something wrong, then I'd probably feel bad. But I don't think I really have done much wrong till this point.
No, absolutely not.
But,
Absolutely not.
but maybe someday I'll put my foot really badly in it, and then the comments might bother me.
Yeah, well, I look forward to that because that'll be funny. Like I'm actually gonna watch some of your, have a look at some of your TikTok comments because one thing I do look at the TikTok videos, but I try not to look in the comments. Well, that I need to be scrolling most of the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I know from a lot of other people that the people on TikTok are just fucking idiots with their comments. I think they can be so bloody hurtful, and I don't think they even think about it before they write these comments.
I think the thing
And
about TikTok is most of the accounts are fairly anonymous.
yes,
So, whereas most people's Instagram page is their own Instagram page, very few people
yeah,
make like a random Instagram page to go around commenting on things. Some people do, but very few. Most people's
exactly. And I
TikTok
think as
accounts.
well, we on the podcast with King Gaffo, he was saying as well, and it was well pointed out as well. The people on TikTok are generally a lot younger than the ones on Instagram, and they're just ruthless. Like, I mean,
Young people. I find, well, I don't know. I think young people can be ruthless. I find particularly 55-year-old men are the most ruthless.
really,
The most ruthless place on the internet is Facebook.
yes. Oh,
That is the
isn't it?
absolute worst
Oh,
place on earth.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it's because of the 55-year-old man brigade. Them fellas do not fucking hold back.
No,
Anytime I get a really biting comment where you can tell somebody sat down and gone, I'm going to deconstruct this cunt.
yeah,
It has always been from a 55-year-old man on a Facebook page.
yes. Yes, and do you know why? Well, I'll tell you now, if it's a 55-year-old man, I'd say they're more pissed off that you've still got a full head of hair and that majestic beard.
And listen, lads, absolutely no male pattern baldness in the system
No,
whatsoever. This will be with
no.
me. I'll be decomposed, and the head of hair will still be sitting there in the coffin looking at you.
Well, if you're ever stuck, I'm a very good barber. And I do a good beard. Actually, my husband Chris does. Don't know if you've heard of Viking Beard Club Ireland.
No, I haven't. That sounds like something I should know about.
Yeah, you definitely should. They're absolutely brilliant. They're a great bunch of lads, and they're actually all around the country, and they're just men with beards. They actually know very little about Vikings, but they have
all you
a
need, isn't
group
it?
chat, and they just give each other a sick all day, and it's actually great crack. It's brilliant. So you should look into that. I'll get Chris to send you
Definitely.
a message. Yeah, because that's an epic beard. Like most of the Vikings
It
beards are
thins
not
out a
even
little
that
bit.
big.
It's a bit like when a wave hits the shore, nice and thick back here, and then kind of thins out as it comes up.
Yeah.
But listen, I've lots of follicles in the head. I think I might just get them taken out and just fill this out.
Have to move down. Good man. What was I going to say? Yeah, right. I've covered the duet, the TikTok shower gel. Did you actually? Did you actually clean your willy with the coconut shower gel, like you said you did?
Absolutely. I don't understand the I like a lot of the women's shower gels. I'm going to come right out and say it.
Oh,
I'm proud to say I like the smell of coconuts when I'm washing myself. A little bit of
yeah,
vanilla, a little bit of coconut. I love to smell it. Do you know
yeah.
what one's lovely? You know the imperial leather one.
Oh, I love that one. The red one though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that.
the old
I don't
school one.
care if it's for women. That smells fucking nice. And listen, when I'm in the shower washing myself, I don't mind the smell of a woman in the shower with me.
No, absolutely not. Of course,
Absolutely
it's
nothing
every
wrong with
man's
it.
dream. Smell of a woman in the shower with you.
Exactly,
What man
precisely.
would not love that?
Exactly.
Do you have another half, your other half
I
Or
don't
are you
really
on the
talk about
market?
that because I'm fairly concerned with keeping my family and my
Yes.
friends and anybody that's close to me very much out of the sphere of this whole thing, because I asked for the attention, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and nobody else
And
did.
your family didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if I start talking too much about things, I feel like then if I don't talk about it, or if I do talk about it, people are going to start asking questions, and it's nobody
Yeah.
else's problem to have to deal with that. It's my own problem. So,
Exactly. No, you're dead right. Good answer. Good
yes.
answer. Yeah. Good answer, man. Because as well as that, I find I would think as well, like you're dead right in what you're doing there. Because again, the negative comments that I think if somebody takes a disliking to you, and this is in my own experience, if someone takes a disliking to you, it does roll off onto other family members. You know, like you would
Absolutely.
have. Yeah, absolutely. And
Absolutely.
they start to get trolled and all the rest of it.
And I can see from just my own experience, you don't know how you're going to be perceived. So also you don't know how somebody else is going to be perceived. So you might love your family member and you might think they're the funniest person on the planet,
Yeah,
and then you put them on the internet, and for whatever reason something gets lost in translation and everybody's dogging into them. And I wouldn't ever want to
exactly.
put somebody at that risk. So
No,
that's
you're dead right. And I'm the very same. Like, you'll see kind of at Christmas, obviously, you might throw up a picture with one of the kids or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But and I have like 4 kids and 2 grandchildren. And so I try, I won't post pictures of me
yeah,
kids. Do you know what I mean? Just for that simple reason that I'm the one that wants to be on Instagram and YouTube and all the rest of it. But the kids aren't asking, they don't want that. Do you know what I mean? And no, not that they dislike it. They don't actually give a rat's ass either way what I'm doing,
exactly.
as long as I'm not sending them to bed. But they don't deserve that. And there is a lot of negativity that comes. Like there's a lot of good that comes from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the rest of it. There is. And for me it's fun. And like here, like I've gotten to meet a fucking idol. Like you are a
I wouldn't go that.
legend. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't
So
go that far now.
uh, well, I would, and and the rest of Ireland is kind of behind it as well. But like that as well, although I want to do this, my kids don't need the fucking shit, you know what I mean? And it only takes for, like, my daughter is 23, you know what I mean? She wouldn't want the negativity woman,
Yeah.
that way. And a lot of people on here wouldn't even know how many kids I have or grandkids or whatever, but certainly wouldn't be posting them. So, yeah, good man, keep your private life
Has
private, I think.
has to be done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the uh, the singing. Going back to the singing as well. Would you be seeing bigger gigs now coming for next year? Because I know you've been doing a couple of big gigs. I saw. Where were you there? You were a few weeks ago. I saw you
In
at it.
in
It
the
was.
TF with the Alan Clark podcast.
That's right. He's brilliant,
Yeah,
isn't
he's a
he, Alan
legend.
Clark?
Love
He's
Alan.
absolutely.
Absolute hero.
I would love a live podcast.
Hey,
Just putting it out
hey,
there. If
listen,
anybody wants to give
can
me one.
absolutely be done.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. This is pretty new to me. So I started doing these live interviews. I started doing these like 2.5 years ago because I was literally going off me rocker in uh the lockdowns. And as you can tell, I like to talk. So
Don't we all?
I was don't we all? But I found myself at home with small children that didn't want to talk to me about anything other than Peppa Pig or Fortnite, So that was my kind of escape, I suppose. And I suppose it spiraled then from there. And this is kind of what I do now. So this is kind of rolled into the actual podcast that I do.
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, but like that, um, yeah, you just have to keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best and give it kind of all you can give. But
That's it. Yeah. I think if you're consistent with anything and you're somewhat self-critical about it,
yeah,
then you'll eventually get where you want to go. I think that's all
yeah,
you really need.
yeah.
Um, in my
Aside
opinion.
from
But I don't know
um,
anything.
yeah. Yeah, I'm the fucking same. Aside from the funny videos and the singing, what do you like to do in your downtime?
I would say at the moment that takes up pretty much every second of my life. So,
Yeah.
um, again, like the social media thing is very, very new for me. So it's kind of all landed on top of me, and I'm trying to do as much as I can with it.
Yeah.
So between that and music, I'm fairly busy. I was teaching before as well. I just sort of taken a step back from that because I didn't have much time. But I used to teach a lot of
What are
music
you
production.
teaching?
Music production. Yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah. So I was doing that, and I was doing a few other bits as well, like helping out with different music software and stuff like that. Um, all that's kind of had to take a step back,
Yes.
but
Jesus.
yeah. So pretty much just those two things all the
Oh
time.
wow, man. Well, I can't wait. If you're when you're coming to Dublin to do another gig, you have to let us know. And
Definitely,
hopefully we're going to see you on a stage at Ciara Dignam, because that'd be just fucking amazing,
that'll be a
wouldn't it?
great crack. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll make it happen. Once it's said, I think these things have a way
Absolutely.
of happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will get Ciara to message you. Ciara is a massive, massive, massive fan, and her husband Darren. The two of them are massive fans of yours.
Ah,
And
that's
I
very
think it
nice.
was actually
We'll
from her
definitely do
page
something.
that I found it. Yeah, 100%. And obviously she's got a new album coming out now in the next couple of weeks. Her first debut album. So it's all exciting times for
Absolutely
her.
class.
Yeah, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. And obviously for the shitty year that she's had, she's a fucking
For sure.
trooper,
Yeah.
you know. She's really, really she's amazing. She's just unbelievable. Um I have a this or that round for you.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
This requires a bit of explanation. So
Yeah,
I
no,
would have always,
I want
I would have
explanations on
always
all of these.
said dogs before,
Yeah,
right? Because I do love dogs, but cats are kind of the best of both worlds. If you get a particularly intelligent and affectionate cat, they can be very good, and they don't require the same level of maintenance if you're busy. So at
that's
this
true.
point of my life, it's cats, but you'd never know. Ask me in 10 years, it could be a different answer.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of cats.
Oh, you haven't met the right cat.
No, I
Some of them, cat,
haven't.
cats are much they're much less pliable. So not every cat is going to choose to get along with you. But if you find the right chap, he'd be best friends.
Yeah. That's cool. That's a go. Then I'll look for the right cat. The kids, they've been looking for a dog now for a couple of years. We used to have a lovely dog, Milo. He was an American pit bull, but he was 12. He got really, really old,
Oh,
and he had yeah. So he's down the country now on a farm with all the other animals having a
he
great
probably met a
time.
couple of my dogs.
Yeah, yeah. They're probably all playing
They
together.
probably are, I'd say.
Right. Next one. Plan it or wing it?
I'm wing it to
Yeah.
an absolute fault.
Yeah. Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I
Me
don't think I've
too.
ever planned anything in my life.
No, no. And do you know what? I think when you do plan things, it's a fucking it does be a bit of an anticlimax, doesn't it? Like if you're even a night out, if you're planning a night out, I think the best nights are the ones that are not planned. Because if you do plan something, you've got these expectations of where you're going, what you're doing, what you're going to do, what a great night you're going to have, and then it ends up being shite.
If I ever plan something, I can be assured of one thing, which is that it's going to be shite because I
Yeah.
had something to do with the plan. So if I wing it, then likely somebody else is going to take the reins, and that's the best way for it to be.
Oh, that's excellent. Right. This is a good one, right? And I know my answer. Mine is the simple one, but food truck or restaurant?
Oh, food truck
Yeah,
all
me too.
day, every day.
100%. Big,
Yeah,
dirty, greasy breakfast roll.
uh, absolutely. Yeah, you want one item, you want to do that item exquisitely, and then you
Yes.
just want to drive around being the best at it.
Yeah, you do, don't you? I'd
Yeah, it
actually
gets a
love
little
that.
restaurants far, and again, I don't plan things, so but I can put a load of sausages in a van.
Yeah,
That I can do.
yeah. Oh, but here's one. Because I know you do. I know you were invited to Dublin there a couple of weeks ago to do food review for Abracababra.
Yes,
And I know you really enjoyed
I
it.
did.
But have you ever been asked to do a review for a restaurant or chipper or anything like that and not liked the food?
So I have been asked to do a review for something that I knew I wasn't going to like. And I
Yeah.
said no. But it has
Oh,
not
really?
yet happened. The problem as well that I'm starting to realize, and this is I'm new to all this too, so I'm
Mm.
trying to figure it all out. The problem that I'm starting to realize, and probably why I'll veer away from doing restaurant reviews and stuff like that, is if people know I'm going to come, I'm going to get the A
The
plus plus
best.
experience. Yeah.
Yes.
So I have to wonder, is it even a fair representation? Now, Abracadabra was fucking class. I mean, it's Abracadabra. It is the
It
food it
looks
is.
that, in
Yeah.
fairness.
But if I go to another restaurant and they know I'm coming, how realistic of an experience am I putting forward if they know I'm going to come unless I just show up?
Yeah.
And even if I show up, like, I mean, I have showed up in restaurants not to review them, just to eat, and I've had them bring me back and meet all the kitchen staff, and then the chefs have come out and presented me with the food. So it's kind of a difficult, kind of a weird area, I
It
suppose.
is,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a real
Okay.
mustache, you prick. Promise you,
Who's slagging
cultivated
your
this
mustache?
myself.
Who
Sorry,
is slagging
I
your
couldn't
mustache?
resist that
Who
comment.
do I have to kill?
No, don't get rid of him. He's funny. No, no.
Oh,
Don't get
Ciara
rid of him.
Dignam is on. Ciara Dignam is actually watching this, I presume, with her husband. Um, right, Garron, sauce on the side or on top? Now,
Complicated
I
question.
know with your spice bag you want it on top with the
Complicated question.
croutony prawn
I
crackers.
would say 99% of the time I'm a dipper, and on a rare occasion, spilling is required, a spice bag being one of those instances. But
Yeah.
usually I like sauce control. I like to take my chip, here's how saucy I want it, I will dip it to that sauce level and I'll enjoy it. That's usually my job.
Oh my God, you're gas. You're actually hilarious with even fucking talking. I don't know how your family are able to
They
cope with
don't
you.
listen to me. They shut it all out.
I'd say they're used to it. They're probably as funny as you, I suppose. Right, here's one: crunchy or smooth peanut butter.
Crunchy all day, every day.
Yes, me
All day,
too.
every
Yeah,
day. If you're going to have peanut butter, why not take everything that peanut butter is, get that extra bit of texture in there. If you want smooth, just have fucking butter. Can have it any day of the
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love the crunchy peanut butter, I have to say. And do you know
lovely.
what? I'm a nightmare for. I would be one of these that I can go all day eating fuck all because I'm in a barber shop, so you're all day going
I, I,
and
I
you know.
cannot do that.
Oh, well, but you know what I do, right? So I kind of survive on coffee all day, and then I get home and I'd be like, oh no, you know when you get that hungry that when you're anything you think of eating, you're like, oh no, oh no. But then I'll fall asleep, right?
I
And
have
I'll
a
wake up at 2
completely
a.m.
opposite experience to that. Anything I think
Oh,
of eating, I'm like, oh yes, oh yes. And
my-
I'll just make a little trail through the kitchen, looking through the cupboards, having a little sampling of everything while I decide what I'm actually going to eat.
Well, the other evening, I was starving, right? And Chris said to me, "Do you know what? I'm going to order Chinese." And I said, "Do you know what? No, I'm not going to have anything because I keep eating really late at night, so it's a bad idea. I'll just wait and I'll have my breakfast in the morning." So he says, "Grant." He's after getting the new Forza game, right? So he dozed off after playing the game, and I woke up. I swear to God, 2 o'clock in the morning. I got out of my bed. I went into the kitchen. Couldn't find anything I wanted in the presses. Went into my handbag and I found a Star bar that I brought home for little Jamie and a fruit and nut bar that I brought home for myself. I'd forgotten that I'd had them. Well, first of all, I couldn't find them, but I knew I had them. So I got my torch on my phone because I didn't want to wake anyone up. And I'm shining it in my bag looking for the bars. Ended up having to bring my bag into the other room so I wouldn't wake Chris up. Found the feckin' bars. And I was, after eating the Star bar, and I was halfway through the fruit and nut bar before I even fucking woke up and I was sitting at the kitchen table. So it's like I should have had the fucking Chinese.
I would have had both.
Yeah.
I would have both.
See, I probably would have had
That's
both. So I
thinking
probably.
food. The Star Bar and the fruit nut bar. That's fuel for the mind to decide what we're
Yes.
having for dinner. That's what that
Oh,
is.
Garron, I'm only after realising I have questions here. Oh,
Go on ahead.
never boiled meat. What's the best meat to start with?
Never boiled meat. What's the best meat to start with?
Yeah. Obviously
Never boiled.
sausages, wouldn't it be?
I don't know about sausages now. I think bacon. Bacon's a good boiler. You can't get it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, bacon is good boiler. I'm thinking sausages because of the coddle. Like, I
Yeah,
love sausages and a fucking coddle.
Dubs are the only people that do that. That doesn't exist outside of Dublin.
Do you not eat sausages and a coddle?
Nobody has coddle outside of Dublin. Maybe they do it in Cavan as well, I think. But Cavan
Do you not
and
like coddle? Well,
coddle
aside from the fact
not
that
done
they
yet.
do look like little willies when they come out, I don't like the look of them. But they
it's
do
a Dublin
taste
thing.
delicious.
I only know about coddle because my dad is a Dub.
Is he?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
there you
God,
go.
that's cool. That's something I did not know. That's cool. I did a lot of homework on you. I've Googled you. I was on YouTube. I was on TikTok. I was on Instagram. I was on Facebook. I was like, do not fuck this up. There's another question from Jamie Harrington. Said, ask Garron how does he feel being Ireland's most handsome man?
I mean, it is a load to bear. But I think I bear it with grace.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do bear it with grace. How long have you been growing the beard, Garron?
Oh, I don't know. Jeez, it must be a good few months now.
Is that all?
I tell you what happened with the beard is, yeah, you can watch some of my videos from a few months ago where I had just shaved. I'll tell you what happened with the beard is it started annoying people, so that I kept at it.
Yeah.
So like it got to a point where, it was grown to the point where I was like, oh, I'd probably shave this now. And then people started getting a bit pissed off by it. Oh, the beard's looking awful scraggly. I was like, I'm gonna fucking keep it.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's the story.
Yeah, I think
now, to be honest with you, it is getting to the point where I really do need to do something about it. Like if I tie my hair up, the beard comes about 4 foot out either side of my face, which isn't ideal.
Garron, I think the next time you're in Dublin, you're gonna have to get yourself to Ballymun, and I'll sort that beard out for you.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be I'm the beard queen.
Is that right? Yeah, no, she does definitely need a bit of TLC, I think, at this stage.
Yes. Well, I know you're in Dublin next week, so if you do get a half an hour to fly over to Ballymun, I will sort out that beard for you. Everybody is here. OMG, I love you. Someone's looking delicious. Up awfully. Bleeding lash. I think that's compliment.
Kick them out.
Oh yeah, Eddie Gannon, you're gone. OMG, I want to marry this man, but I'm not styling with Katie Hopkins. No way.
If you want me, you have to accept Katie Hopkins. It's the only way.
But the video was very funny with Katie Hopkins, in fairness, because when she was saying, I need to marry him now, she was rubbing the fucking chest off herself. I was like, what?
Obviously having quite an intense physical reaction to thinking about me.
Absolutely. I'd say she's had a few dreams. Love, Garron, you're delicious. I'm delicious too. Sure, look, what would you be doing? They all just think you're fucking delicious, man.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I'm lovely as well. Sometimes.
Well, you see, they feel like they don't have to say that. That's just implied.
That's
the problem.
True.
When you do something so well and elegantly, people feel like they don't have to say it. It's like somebody who always does a good job. You don't notice it until they start fucking up.
Absolutely. Canadian fan there. Holy shit. Yeah, Garron, you legend. Wow.
Titchy balls.
Monaghan thinks you're delicious too, Garron.
Thank you very much, Monaghan.
Jesus, yeah.
Somebody wants me to do my American accent. Okay,
go on.
What do you want me to say in the American accent? I don't know how delayed the comments are, so it might take a minute for them to tell me.
Yeah.
If somebody gives me a sentence to say in the American accent, I'll try my best. So we're now waiting for the comments.
Yeah. We're waiting. Come on, guys.
Microplastics? Is that what you want me to say in the American accent? Let's go. We need to talk about the noodle sandwiches, I would imagine.
Noodle sandwiches?
Noodle sandwich? I just eat them. There's nothing wrong with a noodle sandwich.
Oh, I love a noodle sandwich. Curry or chicken?
It has to be curry every time. Curry super noodles.
Well, do you know
I know they're a bit of
what?
an extravagance. You like,
There.
yeah, but well
However,
worth it.
my Jamie has found, and I know you like the spice, but my Jamie has found I think they're coca noodles, but they're stir fry, spicy stir fry ones, and
Oh,
then heat off them.
oh, I think I've. Are they the ones that come in like the black?
It's no, but
No.
it's a darker brown packet. It looks similar to the curry ones, but a darker brown. I think they have a red strip on them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie now. I wouldn't be a man for the spice, like the extreme levels of spice. I like a kind of just a little gentle tickle.
Yeah,
Anything above that,
you're not. You wouldn't be chasing a ghost
I
chili.
said no. Well, I had with that sauce actually, and it was. I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do it again.
Duet a love song with Katie Hopkins. Someone said.
Let's see. Did
Oh my
anybody
god.
suggest anything for the American accent? I don't know if they did. Let's see here. American, the Mac rib is available. I'm loving it. That's what you want me to say? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay.
The Mac rib is available. I'm loving it. Do you know what I'll do? Because you know what you've reminded me of there? I'll do the intro to Judge Judy, okay?
Yes, I love
Okay.
Judge Judy. She
I'll
is
try to
fucking
do the intro
amazing.
to Judge Judy on my best American accent. Okay. You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy. There you go. There's your American accent.
Garron, you are my fucking hero. I watch Judge Judy every single day, and you know what? Now I'm strung out on. Have you seen her new one, Judy Justice?
No, I haven't. I've seen her
Oh,
there
Garron, you
for
have
the
to
clip.
watch
She's the
this,
hair
man.
tied back now. She's looking sleek.
She is 80 this year, right?
Mad
And
woman.
I was watching one last night that she did, right, like 6 months ago, and she has her granddaughter. So there's her, and then there's a girl to her right who takes the minutes, right? And then there's a girl on the left, and that's actually her granddaughter.
All right.
And so
It's
she's
the
going to be
whole
the next Judge Judy.
famine, the judge. Is it the
Yeah.
same show? Like, is it a different show or is
It's
it?
the same show. It's the same. Like they've just, I think they've given the courtroom a facelift, but instead of Judge Judy, it's called Judy Justice, and it is brilliant.
I must check
It's
it out now. I don't think I've watched Judge Judy in about.
You're going to
I'd
love
say
it.
it's a good
And
10 years since I watched Judge Judy.
oh well, I watch it every day.
She's an
That'd be,
icon, though.
if I'm having a bit of a shitty day or whatever. That's my what I go to zone out. That or the American Cops shows or something.
I do like watching on YouTube. I do like watching the body cam videos where they go
Yes.
and yeah, I'm a big fan of them. And then some fella will be talking over them, going, "He shouldn't have done that there," and I'm like, "Yeah, he shouldn't have. That's not how I would have acted in that situation."
Yeah,
I love judging people who are really good at their job as if I'm better at their job. That's a big
me
hobby of mine.
too. Yeah. I'd be a bit of a Judge Judy. No, I don't. I do it. I judge people like privately in my head, obviously.
No, I do it publicly with my mouth. That's the way to do it. That's the Mayo. That's the West of Ireland. That's the culture in me. Make your thoughts
That's
known.
fucking brilliant.
Cultures don't think a thought without saying it. That's the rules. If you're thinking things and not saying them, you're not a culture.
Garron, we have a guy from Barbados here tuning in.
How you getting on?
Garron could bring peace to Gaza with his videos. Love that.
That might be a bit too topical to get
Yeah,
into,
I
I think.
think so. Lindsay, that's cares around Lindsay. I'll be his sugar mama.
Oh, well, Jesus, how much money do you have? We'll talk. Get in touch.
Yeah,
I'm not against it.
yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely brilliant. I've never seen so many fucking cool comments on this. My sister in the States said her friend sent her your videos. Yeah, very good. Well, Garron, can you watch my new video on TikTok? I know, come on.
Hey,
He's
listen,
busy
never miss an
watching mine.
opportunity
Come on
for a
now.
bit of self-promo. Has to be done.
I think there's something sexy about Garron.
I'll give
Garron
you a
and the
clue. I'll
Doll
let you know what
Committee.
the something sexy is. It's the whole fucking package. That's the thing that's sexy.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It really
that's
is.
what it is.
Oh, what a sweetheart you are, Garron.
Thank you very much. I try my best.
RTE Slippergate. Don't know what that means.
Oh, I think he's on about the flip flops.
Please tell
If
me
they ever do
you
get me
don't
on
wear
the
Crocs.
intro, I'm definitely wearing flip flops.
Flip flops, yeah, but Crocs, please say no, please.
I've never owned a pair of Crocs.
Yes. Nor would you? No.
I own 2 pairs of shoes and they're the exact same.
Yeah, good. I can't cope with Crocs. I think the only people that should be qualified to wear Crocs are doctors and nurses, purely so they don't slip on blood.
Well, it's always ideal to not slip on blood.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And not do it myself if I can. If I can manage it. The mean streets.
Yeah, me too. Jesus Christ, you get some really nice comments in here.
People are very kind.
They are very kind. I wonder, would it be the same if we were on TikTok?
Yeah, I do TikTok live sometimes, and people on TikTok are very nice. I think it's just when you go like really into the algorithm. So like if you get a video that's going really viral and it's going completely outside of people that have seen you before, and they have no context for your humor. So like if I have a video that does well in Ireland, they sort of know when I'm joking because they've seen a few of my videos before. But if it gets out to the wrong type of Americans, they will tear you to shreds.
Yes. Right, I've been called out here by Lindsay, who we're going to set you up with. Lindsay says, I'm joking. Lindsay says, Laura, I'm pretty... Well, we're going to have to check what her bank balance first, obviously. That's been already
Put a screenshot of it up there and we'll decide then.
She is calling me out on the Crocs. Laura, I'm pretty sure you wore Crocs on your wedding day and said they were comfortable. And you know what? She's right. And I said to everybody in the room, because Lindsay had come, Lindsay came early with us. We were all getting ready, and Ciara and my friend Tracy were bridesmaids, right? So while the girls were getting organised, I said, fuck this, I'm running out for a smoke. And I had to put back on my shoes, but obviously with tan and all the rest of it, I said, fuck this, and I grabbed Tracy's Crocs. And they all said to me, I'm going to fucking tell everybody you wore them. And I said, tell them, I'll just fucking deny it. But no, she's calling me out publicly on the biggest live that I've ever done. Thanks, Lindsay.
Lindsay, now. You're playing up your Croc hatred for the cameras. She doesn't want to say it.
No, I can't. I actually can't cope with Crocs. But you know what? My daughter wears them, and I think they're cute on her because she's my daughter. But she gets all the little charms and all, and puts them on them and everything, little hippie bands and all.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not up to date with how to accessorize Crocs. So it's new for me that people do that.
It's new to me that people even fucking want to do it or anything. Next video has to be about the range of Coca noodles. Yeah, I think you should do a Coca noodle range and try them stir-fry spicy ones.
So that falls into the category of video that seems like a good idea, but will get about 14 views.
Yeah.
There are 14 absolute mavericks out there who will watch a 10-minute video of me going through Coca noodles, and then there's the rest of the world.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You have fucking 500,000 people that say otherwise, and that's only on TikTok. So look seriously though, because I've checked this out. So TikTok, in less than a year, you've gotten 446,000 followers.
Yeah. About a year,
Instagram 319. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? It took me 3.5 years to get to 10K.
Instagram's weird, because I had about 6,000 followers on Instagram when I started doing TikTok, and I wasn't posting the TikToks on Instagram until about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So I had about 10,000 followers on Instagram 3 months ago. So almost all of those followers happened over the summer. Yeah. Instagram's been mental. Like, Instagram is way more mental than TikTok ever was for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Instagram, I have to say. I think you do meet some really, really, really nice people on Instagram. Like I have anyway. And there's people that when I opened my page, that I kind of, the first kind of few people that I'd followed and everything, and I still talk to now, like on a
Yeah,
daily basis, like, and
yeah,
I've never met, but you've got a 3 year friendship with someone that you've never even met. Do you know
absolutely.
what I mean? It's
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah, it
I love
really is cool.
Instagram. I've
Yeah,
met so
and
many nice people
yeah,
and got so many cool, almost every cool opportunity I get has been through Instagram. So,
well,
yeah.
this is a big opportunity for me, and I thanked you yesterday for this because I know you don't even see, I don't think you see how brilliant you are, and uh, nobody does. We don't, we're our worst critics, do you know what I mean? But I was saying to Kira yesterday, she was saying, how are you feeling about it? And I said, honestly, I feel a bit sick and I feel nervous. And
Not at all.
like, I just,
Jesus. Don't be
but
nervous about it. I'm just some gobshite, like.
you're hilarious. No, it's not even that. I think it's just, like I say, like when you do a video and then you watch it back and you're like, that's shite. The rest of the world thinks it's fucking hilarious, but we are our worst critics. Do you know what I mean? So all day yesterday, I was like, don't fuck this up. Like, do you know, like aside from, like, you were so sound to just say, yeah, I'll do it. And it was actually funny because when I sent you the first voice note, I was saying, I think it'd run out after a minute. And I was on my second voice now, and I was saying, you have so many followers, you're probably never even going to get to hear this. I'll be stuck in your message requests. And then I got the scene as I was talking, and I was like, oh my God, you're listening to the other one, you're listening to the message. Oh my God. And I knew that when I got off, I was like, she's going to hear my reaction and be like, she's a fucking weirdo. Well, just pretend I didn't see this. But you didn't, and you did go ahead and do it with me. And I do really appreciate it because, as I was saying to Kara, this is something that I love doing. Like, my goal would be a Netflix show, interviewing people, or my goal was the Late Late Show, but didn't Tuberty decide to leave before I was famous enough to even have a chance? And I thought that was terrible. But um, this is really something that I really want to do. So I really do appreciate the opportunity because whether you think so or not, this is an interview that maybe nothing might come out of it, but at the same time, because of who you are, it could also open doors for me. So I really do appreciate what you've done, and you're giving an hour of your fucking evening to me, and that just
Not
shows
at
how fucking
all.
down
No,
to earth.
no, absolutely. Hey, look, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
Not at all. I will say though, on the Netflix show or the Late Late Show or whatever it might be, I think there is a lot of power in social media, and I think maybe a lot of people are still geared in those directions, and I don't really think you have to go that direction anymore. I think
yeah,
you can just do your own thing,
yeah,
and at some point something starts taking off with it. You find the angle that works, and people will really get behind you on stuff in a way that I've personally found to be amazing. I could have never anticipated when I started doing this that people would be so supportive of everything that I do
yeah,
and make such an effort to share and make such an effort. I get so many messages from people just encouraging me to continue what I'm doing and stuff like that.
yeah,
And I got very lucky very early on, that I got some traction for whatever reason that might be. But I think once you get that traction, you don't need to do that stuff anymore. You can kind of do your own thing, and people
yeah,
will get behind you on it. So all of that stuff will absolutely happen for
yeah,
you. I think
yeah. I,
once you're on the train and you're doing it every day, I think that's the way it goes.
yeah, and I think
We've lost you.
sorry, I just dropped my phone. I think like that, if you want it bad enough and you're willing to put in the work, you will get it. And like, same as just going out and just showing you that voice message, I was like, the worst you can say is no. Do you know what I mean? And as I said to yourself, we're Irish. You have to be cheeky. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
And I did ask, and I did get, and I'm fucking delighted that I did. So
And
I
one of
am.
the
I'm not
things I
going to keep
think
you
that's great
for.
about Ireland as well, just
Yeah,
on that thing, is it's such a small country which has its downsides, but the upside is you don't have to have this massive following to get in touch with people who can help you. You know, if you're going to
Exactly.
be in the US, you have to have fucking 2 billion followers before you get in touch with anybody who can help you out. In Ireland, you know, you're not ever too many degrees of separation from somebody who can give you some advice that can put you on the right track. So I think
Exactly.
that's important to know for Irish people, because we have a country that it's tremendously not easy, but it's tremendously possible to get somewhere in this country because it's such a small country.
Yes.
And that's a great thing, I think. I think it's fucking one of the most wonderful things about the country. There are a couple of bad things, but there's a lot of great things.
Absolutely. One being cuddle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And pineapple on pizzas. Right, just I have before we go, because I don't want to keep you too long, and once I go over an hour and 10 minutes on this, you're not able to upload it, and obviously I want to put it on my story, and if you wouldn't mind putting it on your story as well, it might send some people my way. But did you know, right, I have some weird facts, only a few.
Okay, let's go.
Did you know it is physically impossible for a standing up pig to look up at the sky?
I suppose I would be, yeah, because of their neck.
Isn't that weird? Never
I'm
fucking
trying to
knew
picture it
that.
now.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, no, that's not true. But no, you can picture it. Did you know a shrimp's heart is in its head?
I absolutely didn't. I won't be eating any shrimp heads any time in the
I'm
future.
not gonna eat any more shrimp. Absolutely not. No way. Because
Sorry to interject. Are shrimps and prawns the same thing?
I don't know.
This has been keeping me up at night. Not every night, but some nights for
Like,
years.
I know the little baby prawns that you get in your curry, right? But you know them long prawns that have all the shelly body and weird things
Yeah.
hanging off them. What are they called?
Are they
They're Dublin Bay
uh
prawns, I think. Why do they call them Dublin
I don't
Bay
know, I'm not an
prawns and not fucking
expert in
Wexford
prawns
Bay?
or crustaceans in general, actually.
Yeah,
And I'm beginning to realise how little I know about crustaceans.
yeah.
It seems like a lot of people also don't know.
No,
No, they're not the same
we're
thing.
not.
So prawns and shrimp are not. I thought shrimp was the American way of saying prawn. That's what I
Yeah,
always
I
thought.
would have thought that.
But
Yeah, I would have thought that
maybe I'm
as
wrong.
well.
Crawfish, somebody said, is the name of that fish, I think.
Oh, really?
Or crayfish. Nobody has a
And
clue. I think that's the truth.
this is an odd one as well. Sharks are the only known fish that can blink with both eyes.
What do other fish just go around winking at everything, is it?
Yeah.
Or do they just
But you know what?
do separate blinks?
I'll give you a laugh. Last year, right? Because I must have been an absolute cunt in my past life, right? About a week after my birthday last year, I woke up and half of my face had fallen down. Right? I'd gotten Bell's palsy. Now, I thought I'd had a stroke because it looked so terrible, but thankfully I hadn't. But I couldn't actually blink on with one side. I couldn't actually close my eye while I was asleep.
Right.
And poor Chris, bless him, he used to say, I'd be saying to him, does my eye be awake and be open when I'm asleep? And he's like, no. And it was only about 6 months later when it could close that he said to me, yeah, it did. And it was weird.
And what causes that?
The short answer is they don't fucking know. So they did ask me when I got into the hospital had I had COVID or vaccine in the 3 weeks coming up to it, which I hadn't. But when I went in and had an MRI, because they say that it can sometimes be, in the worst cases, it could be a tumor on the facial nerve, which is just behind your ear.
Yeah.
Right here. So they sent me for an MRI and thankfully it was clear. So no, it's just literally bad luck. It can be from a virus or literally going to sleep with your hair wet or sleeping beside an open window. That's really all they've got. Yeah.
I mean, mother told me about that and I never listened to her.
Really?
Yeah.
And there must be some truth in it, like, but yeah, no, thank God now I've got most of it back, but you can see I've still got a bit. Yeah, kind of. About 65% muscle function on that side now. They're not confident that it's going to get much better, but obviously I waxed the Botox over for the wedding because I just got married 7 weeks ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. It was great. But yeah, no, that is it with my weird facts and my questions. But Garron, it's been an absolute pleasure. I am still in shock that you've even done this, and
Not at
I know,
all.
no, I know you're after giving me an hour of your evening, and I really do appreciate it.
Thanks
And
for having
do you know when
me.
you are following someone and you think they're fucking amazing, and you really hope that they're the same in real life, and you are. So,
Thank you
uh,
very much.
I'm delighted. No, thank you so much for doing this with
It's
me.
been
I
an
really do
absolute pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thanks for so much for
And
having me.
when you're gigging in Dublin, won't you let us know?
I, I absolutely will.
Yes. And I am going to ring Kira Dignam now in a minute and tell her to give you an old text because
Absolutely.
she's a massive fan herself and Darren, and I think he's be brilliant on stage together.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, we'll sort something out for sure.
yeah, absolutely. So I will leave it there, Darren, and thank you so much. And yeah, that's it.
Thanks a million. It's been an absolute
Thank you
pleasure.
so much, Darren. Thank you, love. Good night.
Thanks a million.
Thanks,
And goodbye,
love.
everyone. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to us. She's an absolute legend, but you may have been slightly annoyed by me. But enjoy the rest of your evening. Good luck.
Thanks, pal. And there you have it. Mr. Garron Nonne, I am over the moon. I have to say, I was absolutely shitting all day. I really was. I was shitting all day. I always am for every single one of these that I do. People think I'm super confident. I'm absolutely not. I feel sick for like a day before any of these. But thanks to all of you for tuning in, and there've been quite a few of you. And I'm hopefully we got to answer most of your questions. And yeah, that's it. So until the next one, I will leave it here. I'm going to screen record this, and it will be available on YouTube tomorrow and on Spotify. And yeah, thank you from me, Laura Kavanagh from Having the Chats podcast. Good night and God bless.